Hello, lovely, opinionated, vegan, evolving. This is my evolution. So I want to talk about a fear that probably a lot of people besides myself have felt at some point. And that is that if you follow your dreams, if you do the things that you really love the most, if you go after your goals, if you are selfish and you try to accomplish the things that really matter to you, if you work on projects that you care about, if you become active in the activities that you really like, if you lose weight, if you get healthy, if you quit drinking alcohol, if you quit smoking cigarettes, if you give up your prescription drugs, if you go vegan, if you stop eating oil, if you stop eating sweets, or anything that it is that you want to do, if you're afraid of doing these things will cause you to break up with your partner, whether it be your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your fiance, a crush you like, I just want to encourage you that if that happens, actually it's okay? Because the truth is that if being your true self, the self that is the most joyful, if that causes someone to not love you or to not like you or to not want to be with you or not want to be around you or to somehow disapprove of you or to think badly of you, to be ashamed of you or embarrassed of you, to think negatively of you in any way, then that person is not aligned with your best well-being, which means that they're not really aligned with your happiness. And so if they fall away from your life or somehow become more distant or become more on the periphery, even if they are someone who you live with every day, there are ways to present ourselves with our energy and our emotions and our intentions that can allow space around us where we allow ourselves to actually do the things we want to. Some people use illness as a way to connect with others, as a way to self-abandon, as a way to relate to other people. And other people use other people's illnesses as a way to connect and relate. Whether you were taught to always be sick or you were taught to always take care of someone who is sick. So I just want to add that in following your true things that you love or being your best self, getting healthy, for some people that means getting well. And that might mean changing your diet and changing your prescription drugs and changing, your bad habits, whether it's other kinds of drugs or alcohol or cigarettes, not eating your fruits and your veggies and your grains, eating too much fattening food, whatever it is that what your illness is, I pretty much, 99.999% guarantee that if you were to go no oil, oil-free, whole food, plant-based for 5 days, for 5 weeks, for 5 years, whatever ailment you're having is going to help you and you're going to get better. But don't be afraid to get better, even if you find other ways of getting better, then, great for you. There's lots of people who use their illness as a way to avoid doing the things they really want to do that they're scared to do, and maybe your partner uses your illness as a way to avoid the things that they want to do, or vice versa. Maybe you're both sick, but in some way, you're in a relationship, whether it's a friendship or a work relationship or a husband-wife thing or a husband-husband thing, wife-wife thing, whatever it is, maybe there's this illness that one or both of you are sharing, I mean, pretty much that's the case. It could be like this is one side of the coin and that's the other. But these illnesses hold us back, and don't be afraid to heal and to get better, because if your partner is unwilling to heal with you, you might feel terribly guilty. But do you want to be sick for the rest of your life, or heal and maybe let go of unhealthy relationships and allow other people to find their own path? If you heal and you move on and they're still back there wanting you to be sick, then, is that really someone that you want to give in for their needs? Do you want to give in to their needs? Do you want to meet those needs? If a person needs you to be unwell or unhealthy or stuck or overweight or sick or addicted or unfulfilled in order for them to feel safe, that's not someone you want to be hooked up with, okay? And if you are hooked up, you can love them, and you can forgive them, and you can always want good things for them, but you don't have to give your life to them. So being sick is another way that we can let go of in order to heal and let other people react how they will. So I think that many people probably are afraid that if they follow their true self, it's going to break them up, or it's going to make their friends not like them, or it's going to mean that they need to break up with their partner because they've expanded to the point where they're no longer a match. Or there's a possibility for some people that it may require you to move far away, or to travel far away, or to travel a lot. And, that's something like, personally, that's one of the things that I don't really want in a partner, is someone who's traveling all the time, or, is not there that much. So, it's possible if I were to hook up with someone and we were well matched, but then that person expanded, which meant that he needed to travel constantly, maybe that would be a problem. Or maybe I would expand enough where, maybe there would be enough of a true bond where I would be able to manage that type of lifestyle, where right now I don't think that that's feasible, but I could evolve and change. So it is possible that the more you evolve and change, you may see your partner growing and evolving. So sometimes it will mean you will break up. Sometimes it means friendships will, sort of evaporate or expire or just disperse or just become different. But there are many times when a person will see you growing and develop, and they may be inspired to grow and develop too. So it's not impossible that you can grow and that your partner or friend or whatever relative may grow with you. They may not. They may. But to be afraid of growing and developing because you're afraid of losing relationships is just another way of holding ourselves back. So if you lose weight and your partner is no longer comfortable with you, then were they truly loving you, or were they loving some level of comfort and security that they may have found in the body that seemed to be you? Because I think a lot of times when people hook up, it's not necessarily at all because they are well matched energy-wise and aligned with their goals and motivations and purposes in life. Many people don't even really have a purpose in life, or if they do, it's not aligned with their true nature. So, the more that you become your true self, the more aligned you will be with people who are the right fit for you, and you may stop fitting or find yourself, no longer willing to conform or contort or to, dial down, dim down, dumb down, be less, of what you truly are, trying to fit with someone who inherently doesn't really fit with you, or maybe they did, maybe they were the love of your life and they were soulmates with you. but your spirit and your energy and your physical form and all of these things have evolved, and your needs have evolved. And maybe you evolved along such different paths that they no longer really work together. But, just like my ex and I are no longer a romantic couple, I do not ever think about our relationship failed. Our relationship is over. Our relationship didn't work, Our relationship worked exactly the way it worked. And we had two amazing, miraculous, beautiful, genius children who are like beacons of light and love in this world, if I say so myself. And there's nothing wrong with that. That was exactly what was meant to be. And he was meant to be the father of my children, because that is the way, those are the actions that my thoughts manifested into the truth, But the other truth is that we were meant to evolve where we are no longer a romantic couple. So even though that part of our relationship ended, we still have a relationship. We are still together in a relationship forever. And many people don't realize that, like my father, he had a lifetime relationship with both of his parents, even though he didn't speak to his mother for the last 20 years of her life. He thought maybe he didn't have a relationship with her anymore, but he did. It was just a relationship of exile, of completely, I'm shutting you out, the walls are up, and, no forgiveness, and no chance for evolution, no chance for allowing someone to grow and to just become different, And so even though his relationship was basically, I'm just not ever talking to you again, that is still a form of a relationship. So if you want to have the most happiest life and the most happiest relationships, then be your most truest self. And maybe you're obsessed that this one particular person is the only person for you. Like I thought that about my baby's daddy. For almost 2 decades, I believed that he was the soulmate that I was destined to never be with, which is a very defeating core belief. And I ended up then being with him for 7 years, which proved that as much as I love him, and I believe that he loves me, we are not meant to be husband and wife, romantic partners. We are going to be, connected forever. So it's kind of like allowing relationships to unfold and to show you what they are going to be, not based on your rigid, fixed ideas, ideals, dreams, and fantasies. Maybe this person is like your fantasy of what the perfect wife or the perfect husband is going to be, or the perfect friend, or the perfect business partner. And sometimes even the perfect career. These are things that we get fixated on, and then it's not working, and we're not allowing ourselves to accept, what, maybe this isn't really aligned with me. I wanted it to be because I thought I should, but shoulding yourself and shoulding others, doesn't really lead to much happiness and growth and expansion. So I encourage you to expand. I encourage you, like David Friedman says, if you start to feel these anxiety, negative, upset kind of sensations in your body at the thought of giving yourself permission to be your own weird self, giving yourself permission to lose weight or to get strong or to quit smoking or quit drinking or, start writing or start painting, start dancing, start running, start being a vegan. There's a gazillion million things out there that people love to do. Maybe you want to whittle little unicorns or something out of wood. And
experience is a good teacher. It takes someone like me to know.
you think, well, who's going to want that? But there's like 10 million little girls out there who want those little wooden whittled unicorns. So whatever weird, obscure thing it is, if it calls to you, go for it, And if the people who are currently in your life don't approve, don't worry, okay? Don't worry, okay? They are not really going to help you be happy if the things that make you happy upset them, because that just doesn't fit, you know? It's like if someone gets upset that you need this to be happy, then they need to go, you know? Not the thing you love, but the person trying to hold you back. So be well, be real to yourself. If you want to take baby steps, take baby steps. If you want to fucking leap from here to the next cosmos in one leap, go for it, dude. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit the amount of joy and kindness and compassion and true being yourself that there is in the world. Don't limit yourself. Be expansive, be kind, and go oil-free vegan for yourself, for the animals, for the earth, for compassion, for the humans, and for life. Bye, till next time.